Alright, good evening. Well, almost good night, everyone. Welcome to a slightly delayed stream. You know, I gotta make sacrifices to get that index. Alright. I have returned home about 10 minutes ago. A little bit more. And, sacrificing... technically, I'm actually sacrificing, a good old Franconian. So, if I remember correctly, we were on a boat, doing things. Can't believe you. Well, the original idea wasn't to be home this late. I originally intended to be home a bit earlier, but my parents also came over, because I went over to my brother's in Eindhoven to pick up the index, and then I was like, oh yeah, my parents are also... oh, I have to choose a passenger to replace him with, that's what I remember. You... parents were there, so we ate dinner together. We also just kept talking about a ton of stuff, resulting in this delay. Now, you're lucky, because my parents could drive me home, which cut a 2-hour journey down to 1 hour. So yeah, it could have been worse, but we're here. I'm going to be doing Baz's Patreon game now. We're going to play some nice Golden Sun, and then... tomorrow I'll be doing the other two Patreon games, Franconians and Sea Fusions. And I saw the request for Switch Shadow, so that's all good, of course. But it was nice. It turns out that my brother's girlfriend, Annalieve, she makes her own dice. And she makes some really, really nice dice. So I have actually asked her to make me a custom set of dice. They look really nice. They're cast from resin, but she can make she can like toss in some of her nail polish stuff and give it pretty nice looking like shines and stuff. Why don't we just keep staying down here? You know, it's really stupid. Anyway, so she makes a really nice one. I've asked her for a new set. What was I doing again? You're new, right? We had Thor. But I don't think we did Meteor yet. Wait a minute. Can you even summon this one? No, because it's red. Sure, we'll do the party heal. Anyway, it was nice being there. Got the index now. Ava will stream that on Monday already. She will, however, not be taking requests. Very sorry about that. I'm sure everyone's very sad in this regard, but such is life. Because she wants to play the OSC a bit and practice with that. But it does mean that I will probably be playing some Beat Saber myself that day and taking requests for that, at least. But yep, hope everyone had a nice weekend. I think Baz mostly filled with playing a fuck ton of Pathfinder, which I see has been I think it's been enticing a lot of people. Max plays screens for like, what, 12 hours? Come on, old man. No complaining. Weren't you, I read that little conversation you had about the puzzles and how there was, like, no way to, like, logically solve it. But you're still frustrated with that? Because I'm not sure what hell I should be saving you from. No, I know there were solutions, but like how to solve it, that was the question, right? Because it's all fine and dandy to see solutions, but didn't exactly agree with the hint to it. Yeah, it's always like when it gets a bit moon logic, it's frustrating. But there is another one. And let me guess, this one's even worse. The joys of RPGs. Are you like trying to solve it yourself, or did you see the solution to this one and got frustrated too? I like how the old man is like doing it much slower. No solution yet. Oh, well, not publicly at least. Well, I'm sure you can solve it. It just probably requires a bit of just brute forcing, maybe. That's how I do it. It's a Kraken. Yeah, I'll do it. It's fine. You cannot brute force this. Oh boy. Well, I wish you the best of luck. That's a lot of damage. Oof. See, I don't even have a 4 yet, so I can summon this guy just fine. I need to heal, so I need to heal you. There's 1,728 different combinations of this. Yikes. You're not even set. Let me see. No. You just need to cure well you. It still sounds like a bit of a pain, but it's just one of those things where can you like let it sit there for a while and come back to it later, or do you like kind of have to do it now? Not plot critical, but letting it sit there is awful. Yeah, I can very much understand that. There's not much else for me to left for me to do for me left until what I would probably cut me off from this. Yeah, okay. That's frustrating. Well, time to grind it out. Also time to have Garrett die. The animation work in this game is really, really nice. That's a lot of damage. Oh! We actually survive. Don't think this will work? Yeah, it's unfortunate. Okay, good. Well, that heals everyone up for sure. So it's... yeah. Ooh, that was close. No, because I'm pretty sure... yeah, restore party HP, that's the one that I wanted. Oh, well, never mind, that was it. I even leveled up. Me leveled up to 19... 5,000 Water of Life. Nice. I think, from what I've seen of the people playing the game, they're extremely... They're liking it a lot. I know Max is playing it a metric fuckton. I know Bass has been playing it quite a lot. I know that Hamster's been enjoying it a lot. Plo's been enjoying it a lot. More people as well. Hey there, Fish Lips. Good to see you. Hey, Pizza. You don't need to play Kingmaker first. You can play Wrath of the Righteous first if you want. From what I gathered, it's buggier, but more like polished from the get-go. Like it's slightly better tutorialized, and just has more options compared to the first game. But the first game, of course, has DLC, has the bugs fixed and stuff like that. 9 days ago, and you've 96 hours. That is a little over 10 hours a day. I think it's a game that I would enjoy. But like maybe in a bit. Like yeah, exactly. Like wait a few months for polish. Gonna need it. Can I make an alchemist called Boombottle and make him a rat? I think so. No? Darn. Mr. Crossbone? Now it's finally time, though, for some gambling. That's my reward. Bah. Gamble like it's Isaac. All right, let's see what we have here. We have something to move here, that's for damn sure. Probably should not go inside the building. Tolby's on the west. Good to know. What do we have here? A potion. Just can't sell any tickets. I'm guessing we might be able to get back later, or can we not ever go back anymore? Which would kind of suck, but... Alright, we're in Tolby. How does this work? Face wave until we swing and toss a coin into it. How many lucky medals do I have? 4. So I don't control this at all, or do I? Oh! An assassin blade. You won a coin. Oh, 10 coins. So, are there other places to use lucky medals, or is this like the place to use them? Two coins? Oh my god. Battle gloves? Oh, baby. What are we gonna get? An earth shield. That looks pretty good. So what do we get? The 200. actually lower your defense by 1. It wouldn't upgrade your defense at all, but it would upgrade yours. And yours. So I think I'll give it to you. And you also have the Earthen Shield. Wait, you can use it? Oh, use... That sounds like a terrible idea. But you then also have an Iron Shield, which we just should sell. Yeah, I should just sell that. Can we have something more? Yeah, Dragon Shield. Oof. Shield resists fire. Ah, okay, so it might be useful for fire. Oh, but no, equipping it is actually a good idea. Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure. Got that wrong. Oh, we have an Earth Shields for you, but... Resist fire is probably better than the 5 extra, so... I think this is fine for now. The water jacket. What do you have equipped now? Just equip this. Alright, so let's see if we can actually find a place to buy/sell this crap. Yes. Shields, mill cap, and guardian circlets. That's a pretty big boost. Not as big. You won 1 coin. This goes up by quite a bit, but it's 3,000. What is it with the U? Milk goes to 135? 140, yeah. Not a very big buff. Goes a little bit up, but... Nah, I think I'm just gonna buy the steel helmet for you, for sure. I will check the attack, the weapon stuff first. So it's 7 grand for... This goes up by 11. You know what? Sure. Just gonna check. I think there was like one more piece of armor that I think I'd like to get. Just check the artifacts tab. Ha! We just sold that to you. Yeah, you, but also the heavy. You raise it by 8, but I think you. Yeah, you probably will benefit from that. I want to quickly check his artifacts, but I don't think they have anything. Oh no, never mind. Here we go. But it's all garbage. Yeah, the angelic Ankh. That's a pretty decent difference. All right. So let's gamble. Come on, I gotta gamble. I have a feeling we're gonna have to fight in Colosso. Just a hunch. Wow. Alright. Anything else from you? The guy soaring next to me, he must have been from Poland. Or named Nikki, you know, it all works. Now, got the inn. But I think I see a gambling location. Lucky dice. Sure, the dice on the table try to get the same numbers based on the numbers rolled and where each dice lands. Two pair doubles, triple matches. 4 of kind is perfect. You win 5 times your bet. Oh, okay, yeah, of course, because... Where do I use these game tickets? One pair. Oh, I see how it works. Yeah, so where they land also gives you a number. And that gives you 4. Yeah, so we had 2-2. A triple! It's pretty good. Ah, damn it. No, so it's... Yeah, gotta roll low. Gotta roll high. So they land on the high spots. There we go, 1 pair. Ooh, that was very close to being like a nice number of ones. A bit of middling. There we go. That's pretty good, a 4 and a 4. Hey, you don't? 2 pair. Ah, I thought it was going to be a 3, but no. 1 pair. I'll go for the 6s. This is more fun than it has any right to be. It's also very quick, which is very nice. Have we made any money? Yeah, no, we have. Of course we have. Come on, Daddy needs a new pair of twos. Triple! Nice! If only we had a nice bonus there. Yeah, but I think that was before we bought something. Because we had basically winnings at like a ton of points. 2 pair. Yeah, so we're like back at square one right now. But when did I lose so much money then? Oh, I know why. It's because you don't win anything if you get 1 pair. So a lot of the times we were just breaking even. Like right now, you just break even. So yeah, that's why we're constantly stuck at this. Yeah, exactly. So it's not bad at all, but it's like, yeah. So you're 190. Where can I use my game tickets? Anyway, we can also wait. So, oh, I gotta freeze it from downstairs, of course. Of course. Let's go do that real quick. Wait. How do I get there? How do I get there to even grow it? Huh. Didn't I have an item to give someone growth? No. Yeah, here we go. How do I get there? Do we have another lucky medal? Sure. I'll try one more. Next year, CMF will have a new license. What is CMF? Because now we actually... Funny, so what do I unequip with you? The Frost Wand. Huh. I knew it. Power bread, that's nice because it means we can actually eat that, I think. What is this? Just a temple. Where's my gambling addiction? I need to fuel it. Also, I need to check if there's anything here with the hidden... Or there's nothing here, you dingus. Reveal. No, there's nothing here. But there's no way, like, I don't see a way to slide down here either, which very much confuses me. Here we go. Jackpot? Okay. You seem pretty good. Alright, let's go defeat the gambling addiction once more. Whoa, baby. Yeah, there we go. Another jackpot. A vial. That's pretty vile. Also, we still haven't filled those up. Ooh. I'm guessing anything you win is a jackpot. A war ring, though. Ooh. Ah, the true gambling experience. Feels good, you know? Just sitting here, wasting tons of money. It's just lovely. It also feels like an interesting business model that people all around the place give out tickets that they can spend at your parlor. Oh crap, I wanted to reroll. Did not want to reroll the right one, but bah. Getting a raw blind here. Wow. Sorry, what were you saying, Shadow? Need to sell that. Didn't you? No, Mia got that, right? We should also sell some of the stuff we have because we're running out of equipment. But still, I don't know how to actually get to that Jin over there. I think this is about it for what to sell here. Oh no, you. Sure. I mean, do we really need it? Healing ring? Nah. Just a sleep ring. But it's an active ability, so it's pretty alright. I still want to usually use that lucky metal, because why not? Since it seems to give us pretty good weapons, so I'll try that again. God, I'm good. Ooh, spirit armor. See if I can win it big this time. Come on. There we go. Oh boy, 20 coins. That is... You know, 20x ain't a bad return, I can tell you that. You already have it, so just equip. Because we actually are now... Just sell it. Again. But hey, I'm not complaining, that's like a few K, I think. $750. Could have been worse. But hey, that ain't bad. So now we can actually get rid of all these damn game tickets. But I don't think there's a mass gambling option. At least in a casino I can be rid of my money very, very quickly. There's no compulsive. Bah. Come on, Daddy needs a new boot. Ah. I also have no idea what they all mean, so I'm probably going for like the worst one right now. It's probably explained on the sign though, so maybe I should read it? I don't know. Water of life. Oh, 1 line for 1 game ticket, 3 lines for 2 tickets. Shirts win undershirts, ring wins ring, boots win boots, stars and hearts win items, and moons can win you anything. So can I spend more? Ah, up or down is more. Oh, crap, I also wanted to fix the other one. There we go. Jackpot. Oh, another war ring. That's actually not bad. There we go. God, I love gambling. Believe in the heart of the wheel, Yugi. There we go. Another ring. An adept ring, but I'm not adept at anything. Alright, let's finish these up. Come on, I want some boots for once. Come on. There we go. Daddy needs a new pair of boots. Fur boots, thank you. I don't think you've got tickets anymore? Nah, it feels good, man. So what do you have? Use the restore 7 PP. Wow, that's completely useless. So you have a war ring now. Okay, there we go. I think we're all done now. So now it's time to see if I can go get to you. But I'm still not sure how. Because I also can use freeze from here, right? No. And reveal... reveals nothing. Curious, most curious. Get out. Rude. Let's see. What is there even to do now? Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. I have no idea who this Babby guy is, so... Sure. Babby's Palace. Can't even freeze the well. Anything else here? Just empty crates. Why would you keep empty barrels around? Give me at least a good reward. Thank God I can actually rest up. That is very, very nice. I have a feeling we're going to actually do story progression now, which I might not have wanted to, but no one's telling me it's a bad idea, so I'm just assuming that I'm doing everything according to plan. Because I never do anything in a wrong order, right? Imagine actually progressing in a game instead of just bumbling around for hours and hours. That's what I usually do. What are you doing? Indigestion. Okay, anything up here? Damn empty barrels. Ooh, a lucky medal. I'm really still wondering if I can use these lucky medals anywhere else. Backstory, backstory, backstory. See if there's anything useful here. We belong to the Colosseum. Yeah. I mean, I just imagine that's the next progression thing. Oh, story. Yodam. Went to Altmila Cave as you commanded. What do you have? What news there is, Babby? Nothing. Yodam, why did you send us to look for Babby in a place like that? Inconceivable. So I'm guessing that the Colosseum is side stuff and the cave is the story. Painting was not disturbed. Maybe he used someone else's bed, if you know what I mean. Can we talk to him, or she's gonna run off? He's gonna run off. It's a big place. Colosseum Tunnel. This feels like an actual dungeon. So I'm actually not gonna go here. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna swap you back out again. Then I know that like there's progression there at least. Hello there. Sheba's missing. Okay. Holding me hostage in order to complete this lighthouse in Lalivero. When shall I ever be able to return to my homestead? Cannot get me. Hey, I can help you, kid. I wanted to say that their eyes were like completely pink, but no, it's just very. Do it again here, just to make sure that someone is reading your mind. Let's investigate the last few places. Empty throne room. And a bedroom. Could it mean indeed? Alright, let's check out the last few bits. And I really want to be able to get that gin, but I don't know how to actually get there. Oh, huh. The name seems vaguely familiar, but I don't remember where we heard Kraden before. Neat lab, though. Come on, grab the barrel. Darn. Right, but we still have the issue that we don't know how to get to that one, one gin. The fact you play this game for 5 hours twice a month shows you're loving it. What? Technically, it's 2 hours twice a month. Yeah, that's the guy. The old. I did vaguely remember him. By the way, Serenade, good to see you. Museum entrance. Alchemy expert, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so there's no way we're getting in there. This is all blocked off. The elemental stars. Yeah, the like move at all, or is it like completely blocked? But like, with regards to liking this game, I always have a love-hate relationship with RPGs, because like on the one hand, I really enjoy the quality of the pixel art and a ton of stuff, but RPGs aren't my cup of tea, if you understand what I mean. Like, they're not a game that I usually will play on my own volition. Yeah, quite easily. Jar pegs. Yep. So I'm guessing that we won't be able to get into the Colosseum until after some story trigger. The big question now, of course, is can we get this freaking Djinn? I really want to get it, but I don't know if I can get it now, and there's no Baz telling me what's right or wrong, so I don't know what to do. I also can't go down here. Oh, maybe there was like a rock slide, but no. I also can't... Is it the well we saw earlier? We already did reveal on you. You could probably do stuff and things. Thank you there, Shadow. That is very, very helpful. I have to say. Yeah, there's no... Can I jump into this from here? No. Things I'd really get like that Djinn, because it's a fire Djinn, and that'll give me 4, and that means that I can actually put 4 of every type on every one, and that's really good. I still think that there's something in those trees where we'll pop out. It's pretty simple. Well, I mean, the thing is that Baz said that he wanted me to get all of them, so hints for getting Djinn are actually welcome. Some money, yeah. Like, what could it be? There's a very similar house. Walk around the edge of the map. Wait. Like, you mean here, or actually, like, walk around as in go... Come on, let me through, you damn kids. Thank you. Because I can't actually... Wait. Huh. No, that's weird. Oh well. To be fair, almost always it's the case that you can't actually do that, so... Because normally what happens is that you just walk off the edge of the screen. Because I know there was another town in which the exact same thing looked like it should have been possible, but of course wasn't. Expectation subversion, yep. Oh wait, wrong path. You're not wrong. Then you're just joining us immediately, right? Yep. So now... Oh, it's an Ember one. Hey there, Rusty. It's going pretty alright. Now, but then I'd rather give it to you. Because now you should have growth as well. Nah, but... Just give it to you. No, game's going pretty... I'm enjoying it a lot. It's still a bit... obtuse sometimes. But yeah, pretty good. Especially considering I play very little. No, I've missed a Jin somewhere, guaranteed. I wasn't yelled at enough before I went on the boat, and I missed a Jin on the other side. You can walk back? Yeah, but I can't to the mudslide. I'm pretty sure I can go back, but not now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because we need to go back across the boat. It is locked. Oh, we're at the Colosseum now. Okay, good. What? After this zone, I think they clear it. Alright. Well, I mean, once I can do it, I'll just ask, well... I ask people to tell me when I can do it. That's kind of the thing. Just whack this over. Darn. Alright, so how do I... No, I'm guessing I now have done the story trigger. To get into the front entrance or something? Let me just double check before I do all the trek all the way back. Same events? Yeah. You're so... Look, like... It's the one thing that I dislike about games like this. It's the immense amounts of story triggers you sometimes have to hit. And it's nice when someone tells you, no, stay here and do something. Instead of... Because I've done it before, where I've spent a ton of time... just running back and forth when it was like, oh, you gotta stay here and do this one thing. It's like, yeah, you know. So, yeah, like that, for example. It's annoying, but that's what it is. So just talk to him again? I need to talk to him, I think, but of course this door is closed. So, like, will it give me 2? Will it give me more? I'm guessing it's only 2. I have no clue. Yeah, okay, You're still locked. Yeah, let's get out of here. Yeah, none of these can be moved. Like, there hasn't been any mention anywhere of, like, where to sign up for the tournament either. So... It's still not cleared up. Okay, I am not sure what to do. I think it's Babby, but the door is locked, and the only way we have an unlock spell, or reveal didn't do anything. And no, Babby is Babby is like locked up north. So maybe we need to go back there? But it feels a bit useless, so I would say we need to go to the advisor. Or, no. I think I know what you need to do. We need to go to the tunnel. That's what we need to do. We need to go to the actual tunnel. Find Babby there. I was thinking about the wrong guy. To go find Babby, and then we can go back and say, oh, I want to join. Please let me, or something. I don't know. I don't mind looking up a walkthrough per se, but of course I'd like to avoid it if I can. Alright, let's get out of here and go find that cave. At least I finally got rid of all my bloody game tickets. Okay, where's this cave? You can go here, but I don't think there's anything here. Suhale, oh hey. So what's the point of going up here? It's a nice river you got there. Your early revival. Yeah, we don't need that. I'm guessing it's to see the chest, that's why you go up there, but... God, the music's really nice here. Essential HP, Psy Crystal, Water of Life, Add Up Ring, and a Healing Ring. Probably need to go to Lely Vera to see the lighthouse under construction as well. Yeah, I know the kid. Probably have to talk to him either now again or I don't know. Enough running around to do. Can I jump across this? No. Tiny, tiny place. I can exit at the back here? Yeah, I think so as well. That sounds about right, at least, because we overheard them talking about it. Why do I get to that chest? Be a gin here as well. Huh. One in every town. I think you're right. I know for some of them it's like walking from the back, which is a pain and a half. Oh, hey, you can walk across that. Sure. Nut. God, I love hard nuts. See a cave there. Nothing here. Too easy. Anything down there? Probably needs to give it a quick run. Suspect that the Lily Veros will be here. Haunt. Protect. Fireball. Volcano. Just use it on you as well. Not a ton of damage, but 74. Not that bad. There we go. Oh, is this the desert that we came out? Yeah, this is the desert we came out of. Did I enter this town before? Feels like I would / should have? Regardless, I don't think we need to cross the deserts. There's 2 deserts that... Wait, no, you know, I have a map. I am an idiot. I have... Look, because this is the big one, this is the other one, but we don't need to go here yet. So we should probably go to the cave that I saw up north before I go on that adventure. You know you're an idiot. A vile dirge. Or the orc captain. You know, you don't have to reconfirm what I already know. Ow. And that's... Oh, not a wipe even. Oh, I'm surprised. Oh, there we go. So we get through the Gonoan passage. And then we go over here. Four damage. What? Armored Rat takes 2 damage. Jesus Crivens. Okay, so that actually takes 72. So I'm guessing that he takes... No, he took 70 damage from that. So maybe he's just weak to electricity. No, it was already defending before. Is this the cave? Yeah. No, it's a different one. It's Goda One Cave. Oh. What do we have here? Dirty apes. Why are they not attacking? Oh, there we go. You might have... That's true. What do we have up here? They both lead on, but I'll go back and do this one first. Oh boy, kobolds. I think I might want to use one of those feathers. I think they're weak to electricity and ice, I'm not sure. Well, they're dead at least, so... You got a sleep bomb. Alright, got a lift. So what do we have up here? Ah, nothing, because we need to topple that first. Well, good to know, I guess. Right, looking for allies. Oh, mortal blow, they killed themselves. Great. Alright, let's lift the boulder. Come on. That's 2 mana I ain't getting back. And let's cast Wish. And go to items and use... God, I just like the monster encounters in this game. There's far too many of them. Yeah, so we gotta attack first. Still, good lord. That's really my biggest gripe about this game, and I really prefer games like, I don't know, was it the last Dragon Quest game where you could actually see the random encounters on the map? I don't remember which game it was, but I remember there was one where you could see the random encounter, you could see the encounter on the map, and that encounter would be random, but you could avoid it if you wanted to. Which I vastly prefer a system, because it actually tells you, you know, oh, you're a bit over-leveled, just ignore it. You're unleveled, go take more. And I'm pretty sure we're actually under-leveled, because we tried to escape. And if I recall correctly, someone told me that that is based on the level So if you're over-leveled, you can leave everything behind, and if you're under-leveled, you have to actually fight them. Come on. The smoke won't have an escapability. Sure. Unless those things. But still, the point kind of stands that that's how you can tell if you're underleveled or not. To Ivan. What does it do? Boost attack. Swap for, I don't know. That. I could give it to someone else, right? Oh, so sure. God, the old style of JRPG random guys an acquired taste. Yeah, that's for damn sure. Yeah, see, I agree with that, because I remember as a kid I didn't mind games like this as much. Because they're fine when you're in a car or you're traveling or something and you have like a day to kill. But when you're playing fairly short bursts, it's very apparent. And that's a bit of a shame, because I think like this game could very easily benefit from having, I don't know, half of the encounters. But yeah, exactly. Like, if you played it at the time, it's a lot different, especially when you're a kid. Played a ton of my 45-minute bus rides. So yeah, so if you have like a regular 45-minute bus rides that you can play, can I like? What the hell? Did I just waste all this time? I think no, wait. Yeah, we normally moved you, right? With move. Or did we push you? There we go. Okay. Yeah, just a bit diagonal weirdness that made it work. Yeah, just finicky. That unlocked a shortcut as well. Which is what that was for. Okay, so now we're on the other side. Wait, it means we can go... Where are we? Oh, so we just... We're back here, so we can, if we want, we can go all the way over to Bilbin and get the one that we missed, I think. So this is how we get back. No, but there's still like the mudslide here, right? Like, do I actually want to go and check that? Because... You know what? Sure, it's not that long of a walk. And I think it's also all going to be, like, trivial attacks, yeah. Nope, it was vaults. I'm pretty sure I need to go north. The map is like a smidge too inaccurate to really allow for good navigation. Okay, so Lunpa, we couldn't... No, because we could use this cave to get past half of it. Sorry, we could, like... Was this the one to get into Lunpa? No, it was, right? Yeah, the map is just kind of... It's nice to get an overview, but it's meaningless for navigation. And here we could just walk across the top into the gates, but we couldn't get in here. But we could walk, like, past it. But we did all this already. So... Yeah, we do need to go to the south. Right. Yeah. So here you can flee, and then you know that your level's high enough, basically, for that encounter, obviously. Oh no, we have to fight Thug Bats, and I don't want to. Yeah, okay, so now we just need to kind of go top right. Yeah. I think we do have to go through this cave, yeah. Wait, no? Don't remember exactly, which is the funny thing. No, we did everything here, so this leads to the exits, which is right near where we wanted it to be, because we're in Bilbin. And then we can go over here. Remember back when I played, it felt there were parts that could be better. Yeah, there's a few like that. Because there's a few moments when you're you're really unsure what to do when the directions are a bit unclear. Yeah, it does not like to tell you where to go. So I think... See, that one... It's right here. Yeah, plenty of games do that, but this game is a bit excessive because I remember... I mean, there were a few moments when I just really was annoyed by what the game expected me to do after I was told or discovered it. But the thing is, I don't think that a game not... Yes... This is Gaia and Revive. It also means we can now actually give you to this guy. Which gives us nothing. I think it's also bad when games do that. Like, I don't need hand-holding, like an actual cursor that tells me, go here. But I like being given... It's a very difficult line to walk, right? Because on the one hand, you don't want to be given super duper clear hints or like instructions on the other hand, you would like a hint, and like making those well enough is kind of annoying. But that's what playtesting is for. Like a journal, yeah, like the fact you do not know in this game what your freaking current quest is, if you come back after a while, it's awful. Like, tell me what to do. Tell me, like, oh, there's this guy being held captive in Lunpa. There's the guy missing. There is the Colosseum, right? How about having memory? I don't. That's a shitty excuse when you're gonna like play a different game for a while, or you leave it alone. Like, there's no excuse for that. Yeah, sure. When you're playing this a ton, it's fine. And if you have the internet, you can look things up. But it's still poor design, and it's very easy to implement. Trivial, because all you're doing is just have triggers that mark completion and finishing, and then display the text based on that. If all the info is there, the player will only have themselves to blame. You have all the information you need to solve this puzzle. Yeah, but it's frustrating, like, when I came back to this game, I remember one of the streams was like, I have no idea what to do. It's also a handheld game. That's the shitty excuse, because text takes up barely any data. They have all this space for fancy animations, they can have space for quality of life. Like, text encoding is still really not that, like, space inefficient. Yeah, exactly. Like, given... Oh, they added mind reading, which is an extra line of dialogue for every person. They can have... We don't know. Well, I do know, because I've studied to some extent, architecture of old games, so... I don't think you do. I know more than you, probably. Because, as we all know, I am a accomplished programmer. Have you analyzed this game? I'm not saying I've analyzed this game. I'm saying I know how general structure of GBA games work. Nancy Drew games had a weird progression at times. Generally speaking, the info to solve puzzles was always somewhere. The thing is, there you had very small spaces, so it was very easy to go back and talk to people, and they would be extremely repetitive with their dialogue. So, sure, it might be a bit of a pain to like go back and talk to people, but you could always gather what to do next. There are moments where it wasn't as clear, as evidenced by the Pigeon Saga, where I think they could be a little bit more on the nose, because quite often what would happen in Nancy Drew is that they would have a voice line that gives you a hint, but only have it once. So if you had like a second where you weren't paying attention, you were fucked. If they had 20 less NPCs to free up space for a journal, it'd be an improvement. Yeah, and there's like plenty of useless NPCs around. Mastered the Gallant's Clay Spire. I can't imagine that no one ever brought it up. How often was a journal in games when this game? I wanted to check his abilities, but I can't do those here. I have to do that like this. Clay Spire 13. Yeah. Phantom Offender's progression was no problem with those puzzles. Yeah. Some of the puzzles and like the whole thing with the pigeon, that was a bit. I didn't actually go left yet. Because Young is trying to remember games that have journals. I'm pretty sure that Nancy Drew games came out before this one, and they had journals. And I'm pretty sure that... Like, isn't it fairly standard in RPGs to have... to have journals? Like, I said, haven't played a ton of RPGs in my life, which isn't exactly helping here, but I'm pretty sure that most of them have that. There you go, Clay Spire. Pokemon didn't. Pokemon was... Yeah, no, you're correct there. Pokemon, Final Fantasy, like Chrono Trigger. I know that Earthbound doesn't. I know that Terranigma doesn't. It feels weird that none of them have that. Same issue. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So you're asking for something that's more standard now. You're not wrong, but I think it's still... I think exactly what Fishlips is saying. I'm pretty sure that it was an issue back then. Yeah, but no, you're correct in. Because it wasn't as big of an issue because people wouldn't have that many games to play. They wouldn't... Like, sure, in this game you might have to spend... I don't know... an hour or so to go around and like regather your thoughts, and that's not back then. I guess that wasn't as bad because it extends the duration of the game. You have a game of built-in hints that shows you a video of how to do something. That's the lazy way, and that happens quite often nowadays. I feel. Is that the cave? Let's go check it out. People wrote shit down. That too. It was a lot more common to just have pen and paper with your game. That's why I kept pen and paper with my goddamn Nancy Drew game. Oh. I think it's very much something that we're used to with the more modern iterations of RPGs. And of course, quality of life becomes a lot easier to focus on and spend development time on when it's easier to do so. Because, like, developing for a Game Boy wasn't exactly a walk in the bloody park, you know? There we go, Altman Arcade. Let's go make a quick save. Natural ones hint like in Simon's Quest. I don't know what kind of hints there were in Simon's Quest. I don't think I've ever played that. Still can't believe those hints don't... with those videos in Skyward Sword. So that's actually a very funny evolution because of the disc-based formats. So because you could suddenly store a ton more data. People were like, let's put on a ton more of that stuff. Which I find very funny. It happened a lot in PlayStation games as well, I think. Not like you can have an entire keyboard of input channels on the Game Boy, so selecting menus are absolutely necessary. Yeah, but like you could... That's not an excuse. You got anything important? Nah. I can't bind this guy, I'm pretty sure, so... Ow. That's painful. No, but I think, like, you could... that error... is worth the time. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, design wasn't easy, so why would you waste a ton of manpower on something that probably won't be all that useful? So yeah, I can see why it wasn't really a focus, and of course with pen and paper and with playing a single game more continuously, nice. It wasn't as big of an issue. This wall, there's no wall. The good thing is that nowadays with the internet, it's not as big of an issue. I like how the whole screen becomes undarkened with the with whenever I have an encounter. It's kind of funny. Not like gameplay developers would have been a massive corporation with thousands of employees per pro. Yeah, exactly. Right. Development skill was a lot different back then. And even then, I'm pretty sure that the type of people playing the games would rather have it look better than have a like quest menu or something. What is this? This is Golden Sun, which is a fairly fun RPG for the Game Boy Advance. And Baz, for some weird reason, explicitly requested I do not play this on actual hardware. I cannot fathom why. He surely must hate original consoles. Spent the last 20 minutes complaining about it because Nitro sucks. Well, no, I was complaining about a little element, but the thing is, I wasn't aware of how little it was actually present within the games of the day. So, at that point, it doesn't become a complaint about the game, it becomes a general thing. Everyone just used to awful and like the quality of life. Yeah, like, I mean, I remember playing shit on my Game Boy Advance, just like, well, this is awful, and that's just the way it is, because all your games had that. Oh, your Pokemon Silver game doesn't save, so you have to play the entire game in one session? Yeah, that's normal. I remember getting pissed as all hell at my my brother for shaking my Game Boy Advance with Pokemon Silver, and it's enough that it would freeze up and I couldn't save it. So these guys were very much... Yeah, I still own some of those because you needed those. Yes, we know. Come on. Help the poor guy up. Having to delete save files to make room for a memory card was anxiety-inducing. Well, to be fair, even then you had like the very, very big ones. Like the third-party ones, but I know that they weren't as stable. So you could just lose all of it. I never had the issue because I never played those with those kind of consoles. I played with the Xbox, which didn't have the issue. But I remember it on the PlayStation cards. Actually, no. What happened is that at the daycare where I was after school, they had a PlayStation, but they never had save cards because they would always get stolen. So I had to replay every single game from the start. And I played the start of like Harry Potter 3 for the PlayStation 2 so goddamn much. I love it. That's some nostalgia bait. Maybe I should do that again. Man. I have like 4 PS2. I've got like right... Wait, no. They're no longer behind me. No, my girlfriend cleaned up my stuff and I don't remember where they are. I've got a whole bunch of all of them now because, like, nowadays they're dirt cheap and no one needs them anymore. So, I have a bunch. I have a bunch for my GameCube, I have a bunch for my PlayStation 1 and 2. When you get to where you caught up, move on. It doesn't work when you don't have a ton of time every single time. And of course I was young, right? So I wouldn't, like... learn a ton from the experience per se. Colored light. Lines will appear on the wall. There will be 5 colors: blue, green, white, yellow, and red. Turn the 5 rocks in the corners with those colors. Okay. Do I need to write this down or something? It's my Zelda pen that I'm not sure even works. Let's get rid of these randomizer notes. Let's see. Blue is farthest left. In order, the other rocks are green, white, yellow, and red. Okay. Left to right, blue, green, white, blue, green, white, yellow, red. I just have reveal, right? Stop yapping and go help the old man. What one for the PS2 where you had to start up a disc before every use? That doesn't sound very legitimate. Just to start now, of course, wasn't that easy. Remember the N64 Lego Racers needed a pack to save. Oh yeah, the save pack, which you need to put in your controller. I also had to try completing the game in one sitting. Was terrified of it crashing. I actually still had to do that with my CDI because that has a broken clock and broken like internal RAM battery, so I can't actually save. So I had to play all the CDI games in one sitting. It was awful. Seemed to fumble those away. That's a shame, but such is the old console life, you know. Not hard when you're the little brother and live with the idiots. Fair enough. Man, I'm really feeling like playing Harry Potter 3 again. What do we have here? Oh, this is just the... Oh, it's to an item. Awful, not sure I'm gonna... Oh, I didn't have it during childhood. I have it now. Like during the marathon, I had to play... a clay gargoyle. I had to play all the games in one sitting. That's not a lot of damage. Honestly, I pity the kid who actually had a CDI during childhood. Instead of a race car bed, and I'd had a CDI bed. Now that would be very, very funny. No, really, my childhood games for the Game Boy were... like, the ones that I remember the most were... Words. Donkey Kong Country 2, Lego Island 2, Pokemon Silver, stuff like that. What else did I play a ton? We always got like super cheap Game Boy games from like the second-hand markets we'd had every once in a while in the Netherlands. But those were terrible. Like I had like Planet of the Apes, some horse game for my sister, and some other utter garbage. I actually own a copy of a bootleg Mario game, which is normally like... it's normally supposed to be like on one of those collection cartridges, but we actually had a standalone cartridge. I think it was Super Mario World 4 or something for the Game Boy Advance, and it's fairly rare to actually have it in a separate cartridge, but I don't think it's actually worth anything. Lego games from the Chinese black market. I think I have some of those as well. I'm never sure if the copies we got of Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green were actually legit. I'm still pretty sure they aren't, but I never double checked that, because you can check it with the screw. Because the screw is like a not a special screw, But it's like a fairly unique one that Nintendo uses, and like no one else would use it because why the hell would you? You're just wasting money on special screws that no one's gonna care about anyway. And that's all the way back. With PlayStation, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro stuff for the most memory. Yeah, for Xbox, it's Halo. I have also, like, Midnight Racers 2, I think. And just a whole bunch of other stuff, because for the game, for the Xbox, we had it shipped from the get-go. So I remember just being able to play, like, anything that I wanted. So I played, like, all of the Call of Duties on console. A ton of other stuff. It just is very memorable to me. Hey, hello. I see, I see. I need to roll you up first. There was a weird uncle with Asian friends and he had a bunch of bootleg games. Wow. Implying that Asian people have bootleg games all the time. Ah yeah, no, what I can do. So no need to freeze you. But yeah, bootleg games is like very, very familiar to me as well. Played it with friends on Xbox, but yeah, it's a great title. I love playing it in split screen with my brothers. It's honestly one of my my favorite memories. It's just the four of us playing that crap to death. See if I can actually get you to sleep. The weekly one-shot tomorrow? What is it? I remember someone... Oh yeah, Halo 1, right? 9 hours on Heroic. Still sad it's not actually a co-op run. That would have been so much better. Ah, frick you, Ren. I just need to reload the room then, which is a bit of a pain. I'm gonna save beforehand, actually, and then reload the save if he flees again, because I don't want to keep doing that. Imagine having a multi-controller add-on. So now I have to do everything over again. That's a pain. Yeah, see, that's the really nice thing about Xbox. You could play from the start with 4 people. Messed up. Come on, push. Man. It's one of those, you know, the simpler days. It's weird how Sony didn't think that would be necessary. I mean, you had multi-taps, right? Were they, like, that exclusive? If I recall correctly, Sony was selling their consoles at a pretty decent loss. So I think... See, I don't know for sure, because it's one of those things that I'm just not sure about, and I'm not going to make uneducated guesses, but I imagine that they thought that 2 was enough, and they could then use it to also sell accessories. Because multi-taps were things for the NES, right? Already, like they were. I think that might be a thing, right? Just because it was the way that it was done. Ooh, it restores PP. I mean, I never knew anyone with... Oh, well, there we go. What happened to Rice? Rice is tomorrow, for sure. I think. Give me a second, now you're confusing me. Oh fuck, of course I can't see that thing on my goddamn... I can't see this agenda on my computer. Because, wait, no, I should be able to. I had to switch to this one, here we go. No, you're right. Wait, no, then I missed it. Wait, no, it's it's all correct. Sorry, it was looking at the wrong week. Your Patreon game is on Saturday, and I messaged the wrong person. It's moved to tomorrow. It's not on the schedule. It is, but it's moved to tomorrow, and I can put that there now. Sorry, I should have... I was on my phone and I couldn't check it. Or I mischecked it and misread it. Here we go. I also misspelled it. It's because I was home... I was home at like 10 today. So I was gonna do only one... I intended to still do both, but I realized that because I was home at 10... I'm not going to be able to do that, so I just moved it to tomorrow. So you're going to be at 8 PM tomorrow. Nice scheduling. See, Fusion, you know why I was home late? Because I picked up the index. So here we go, make this Shadow Pass. Let me save this. Nope, just this event. And then I'll also fix the one for after to be Shadow. I picked up the index, so Monday it's gonna be Beat Saber stream already. There we go. I know. Actually, we need to do something more. Settings and sharing. One second, just doing a little bit of logistics. Yeah. Here we go. There we go. You were late because you were talking about dice. That too. My brother's girlfriend actually makes pretty nice dice. I have to enjoy Southern California, poor guy. I opened it. That would be nice. Yeah, so actually my girlfriend's my brother's girlfriend, she makes dice herself from resin. And they look pretty good. So I asked her to make me a set because she made them like the they will call that like the reflective effect, like from foil magic cards. It looks really, really nice, and they have like very nice. Enameled isn't the right word. The numbers look really nice. But my parents were there, so we ate dinner together and we talked a bunch about tons of stuff. Because my brother just started university as well, so it dice, not dies. What else? Cookie. It was kind of a weird because on the one hand I didn't want to stay that long, but on the other hand, Doppelstain. You have dice or dies? Dice. That's the first one, and dies is a lot softer. Anyway, they were my ride home, and that's shaved off an hour because getting here from Eindhoven is a fucking pain. It took us like 2 hours to get there. And dies, yeah, exactly. It's very nice. But we also left later than I wanted to because my girlfriend had an interview in the morning, and she of course went with us. But it was fairly nice, and it just happens. I mean, you guys already knew from the get-go that my schedule was always going to be a bloody mess, because it wasn't not like this before, I think. Regardless, you're gonna all get your Patreon streams, and it's all gonna be fine. Probably. And I'm playing a bit more now because it is a bit of a mess, and I don't like that. And I'll play a bit more tomorrow as well if everything works out. For everyone, maybe like, I don't know, half an hour or something. Gonna see if I can complete this dungeon thing in time. I don't dodge my blow, damn it. Nope. Okay, so we need to go up there, though. Which is blocked by you. I think... yeah, I think we got the right path. Yeah, they get first, damn it. That's not nice. Sure, two-party heal as well. Nice. So I also let Ava play a bit of Forza Horizon this morning. And she was even worse than me, if you can believe that. But she also said she maybe wants to now stream some Forza as well. Now, doesn't that sound exciting, you guys? Honestly, I think it's gonna be such a terrible idea. Maybe Burnout 3 is so good. Let her road rage it, but that'll be great. Golly geez, you sound so enthusiastic. Face lips. Streamer didn't happen. Well, the thing is, C-Fusion, tomorrow we're gonna be streaming Beat Saber again, so... choices, choices, choices. Well, that was easy. Huh. How do I make these light up? We need to Christian the stream. Christian, I assume you mean. With Goofy, because Ava has too much of a cow to do so. Ava will actually not take requests tomorrow. She's gonna play the OST. So I need to rotate them in a certain order. But I don't see lights. Is that what you are for? For like turning off these lights or something? Yeah, that's an annoying battle. Did I miss a hint? Because he just said to like... the stones light up. And then you... Mia's gone. Oh, there she's back. And then you Oof. Hmm. I wasn't entirely sure about the order there, but it all works out. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so... I mean, there's nothing you can even do here, right? Because, I just messed up already. Because you can move that one on the right side to the side anyway, so the whole point is to walk around, but... What are we missing? There we go. I'm a bit confused here. Go. I'm still not high enough a level to actually escape. What does it even do? Protective aura, so I'm guessing it protects from attacks next round? Or this round? Ooh, that's... oh boy. We have a new one, right? Judgment. You can attack twice, yeah. Someone might die here. No, because you can use Apply Well on yourself. Yeah, I'm really annoyed that doesn't actually heal, but no well. Ooh, okay, good. That... I think they'll die, though. Whack. Oh, that's closer than I would have liked. There we go, Judgment. And we just flare you a bit up. It's a new one. Ah, of course, the good old magical nuke. Yeah, they both die there. Nice. You do get a lot of experience for it, though, so that's good. Yeah, we need to heal both of those guys. There we go. So what are we missing here? Oh, of course. Maybe just do a reveal? Ah, there we go. Blue, green, white, yellow, red. Oh. Wait, do I miss it? Did I do something wrong? Yeah, I already... Freaking, I already know what I did wrong. So I'm stupid. Look, they're not in the right order. It's... No, it is... It's blue, green, white, yellow, red. So they're in order. On the far left. What? Okay, I see. So why did we need to touch left and right to activate them? So now we just need to do the colors in the way that it's saying to us. There we go. That was weird, but no well. Okay, so we got the drought, so let's get out of here. Oh boy, we're gonna have to do like all the way running back. Blah, blah. Oh well. Yeah, let's go back to the guy, and then we're done for now. And then tomorrow I'll catch up with all the Patreon stuff. Ow. I think I'm slightly under-leveled still, but not... There we go, and I just leveled 21 gallons. I think it's not a huge amount we're under-leveled by. So I don't think it's too bad where we are at the moment. Especially single monster, I can kind of kill those in one go with just attacking, which is good. Yeah, see? So that's not bad. Okay, when did I go there? No, not here. But it's still so much enemies. God, what a pain. I want to see the guy one. I haven't even seen that one yet. That is pathetic, that amount of damage. Anyway, there we go. Oh god, where do we go again? Here, right? Yeah, here we go. It's a room with a djinn. I don't think the zombies are going to be a huge issue, but... And it takes care of them all? Close enough. Punch. Yeah. There we go. That's trivial now. There we go. Let's run back a bit more. But rest assured, if when I play Beat Saber Monday, I will do Goovy Evanescence. I swear on it. Because I'm gonna be taking requests, even if Ava might not. What do you mean lame? Are you calling her lame? I mean, no comment. Where am I even going? Okay, we're going the right way. Stop being a meme. I don't care. It's a fine song. The people want it. Who am I to deny the people's desires? Even if that people might be one very weird American. But the thing is, the fact that my girlfriend dislikes it makes it quite a bit better. Is it that hard to believe, Shadow, that I might enjoy playing that? I guess it is. How unfortunate that you are so close-minded. Yes. God damn it, Knuffle. Who could it have been? What a surprise! It's a man. What? Yeah. What if it was a woman? The true Lemurians. Guessing that's the old civilization. Yeah, the story in this game ain't bad, but the way the exposition is kind of poor. Immortality? Yeah, I come from this far land called Qing, and we all know we all need immortality to save things. So slow. Garrett, Nitro, Mia, and Ivan. Oh, what a surprise we get to partake in the Colosseum. Wow. I did not expect this. However, it does not matter, for we are now done with this little bit. Yeah, let's do it, why not? But, the plot thickens, but I may have lost it, because I have no idea what thread we're following at the moment. This game kind of jumps between a lot of things. I think that is one of the things that really isn't helping with my personal following of it. Because it loves to jump from, this guy's kidnapped, we must save him, to, let's go on a boat trip, to, oh, didn't want to do that, but sure. We now gotta save this other guy, and etc, etc, etc. You know, it's, I understand why, because that's just the way the writing also works out. But it's a little bit all over the place. But such is a JRPG, no? I will not be able to flee from this, right? Oh no, I can. Good. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We've made it outside. We are going to save. And make a save state, just to be sure. I thank you all for watching. And, I'll see you again tomorrow. Very unlikely that I'll be streaming before the Patreon streams. So yeah, you'll see me a little before 8, I hope. Maybe half. Support for C-Fusion, it's like half an hour before. Ooh, but I'll message you about it. Anyway, until then, and have a good night.